What's going on, Spooder TV? I had to link up with very special artist. He reached out, so he's dropped 3 projects so far, and he actually took a break from hip hop. He's been in the game for a while, since he was younger. So we got Mr. Raymond Theard. Am I saying that right? Theard?
That's right. That's pretty close. That's how most people will remember it. It's Theard. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. Kind of got that French tone to it.
Okay, cool. So you're from New Orleans. What is it like there?
Well, as they say, New Orleans is always a party city, but I grew up there and then I joined the Army and went away and eventually landed here in Hawaii. That's where I'm at right now.
Oh wow. Okay, how is Hawaii? I've never heard of anybody living there. How is that like living there?
So it's expensive, what you have to pay the price to live in paradise, but I'm happy to be here. I like the weather.
Okay, wow. Is it really like every time you walk outside you see volcanoes on every corner or something like that?
No, no, no. On the big island of Hawaii is where you can drive up to the volcanoes, but you can't really see them here on Oahu. This is Waikiki, tourist town here in Honolulu.
Okay. Oh yeah, let everyone know. So you had to hop on stage and introduce yourself. Let everybody know just in a couple of seconds who you are.
All right, sounds good. So like I said before, I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. I joined the Army, spent a few years in the Army, quite a few years. Um, I originally started playing music as a kid, learning how to play the trumpet, and I taught myself how to play piano. And then eventually I met a few guys and had a few cover bands. For You was the original one, which is now the name of my label. And then another one called Diversity. Um, we did a lot of cover songs and one original song back in the day, but then about 2 years ago, I started recording and producing and songwriting and finding other artists to produce and put out here. So
Okay.
just a little correction to earlier, just in the last 6 weeks, I've had 3 songs come out, but now I have about 19 songs out on Spotify between myself and my other artists.
Okay, wow. Okay. So just tell us like I guess what got you. First of all, okay, before we even go to that, you have the hat on For You Production. So tell us about your company. You have artists, so tell us what all it encompasses.
Okay, so For You Production is an independent label that I started about 2 years ago with a party of me. I was the only one on it. And then my partner from the Army, he's a solo artist. He joined with me. He has a few singles out with me. And my daughter, she did a rap song or two for me. And now I have artists from really everywhere. Since the pandemic started, we all had to go to the internet and start collaborating. So I've got artists in Kenya, artists in Nigeria, all featured on my songs now.
Wow.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm mostly trying to write and produce and have the other guys perform.
Oh wow. So how is it with you all linking up just in different parts of the world?
It's actually not that bad since we have the internet. I put a song together, I send them the idea, and then they send me their vocals back. And sometimes I do the background vocals, what have you. Then I put it all in the mix together, and eventually we get it out to the distributor, and that's what's happening. The
Okay.
new wave.
Okay. I feel like the pandemic really caused people to get creative. It really caused people to communicate digitally, and it made you realize how much further being digital could take you versus just reaching a person next door. um I saw you said your mom got you into music and you had asked her to buy you a trumpet. Like, do you remember that? Like, do you remember the story of that from like yesterday or something?
Oh yeah. So when we're kids and stuff, from New Orleans, I'm from the city, so we start getting into trouble and things like that, and not doing like we should in school as well. Start dropping off, and my mom, I said, hey, can I get a trumpet? I want to play in the band. It's very popular in New Orleans to be in marching bands. I even lost my horn a couple of times. I had it stolen a couple of times, but that's what kept me in school. She knew the music program is what kept me in school. I was a pretty good trumpet player, so that kept me in school, and the music is the reason why I'm here today, to be honest with you. I probably would have been a statistic like a lot of folks are coming out of the city.
Okay, wow. So you grew up hanging out on Bourbon Street and things like that back in New Orleans?
Bourbon Street and any other street corner and things like that. Just getting into things that folks get into that aren't necessarily productive. But the music kept me away from all that and brought me to new heights and other places.
Okay. So what made you want to release all this music back to back? Or you and the collective, I should say.
So I have, I ran upon you from Brandman Network. There's a plug for them. An interview that you did with them. But I take a lot of advice from mentors like those guys. And folks won't believe there's so much free advice out there.
Right.
People just telling you how to do things. And I've got a template of how to release my songs, every week or every 2 weeks and then building up to my project. So I had already started putting those songs together and I just had to come up with a plan for how I was going to do it. And it keeps me busy. It's tiring. I got to get a team together to start doing some of these things for me. But for now, it's just me, and that's what's going on. I'm trying to saturate the field with my music and my sound.
Okay. What's some of your favorite, what was one of your favorite songs to work on?
So most recently, one of my favorite songs, the song that I did myself was called "I Don't Want to Be Alone." It's a song about a guy who just starts thinking about all the bad things that could happen in his life if he's alone, if he loses that special person in his life. So that's my favorite song, believe it or not. I did it about a year and a half ago. But and then my second one would be the one that's named after me. It's Me, Ray T. Right now, it's currently my best performing song on Spotify. But I think by tomorrow, it's going to be taken over by She Wants Me, which is a new R&B hip hop song that I put out on March 31st. And it's about to hit 100. It just hit 180,000 streams yesterday. So tomorrow,
Oh,
I think it'll be.
congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Also, I just went over on 1 million streams overall this month as well. So I'm celebrating a lot of milestones as I keep moving forward.
Okay, that's really good. What marketing strategies did you get to reach those metrics?
Emailing and talking to a lot of curators and playlist people who own personal playlists, and say, hey, can you put me on your playlist? Give me a try. If the people like it, yeah, you just got to stay on it. You just got to stay on it. Sometimes it's disappointing. You don't get the reaction that you want. Some folks tell you it's not good enough, but you can't listen to that. You got to keep going.
Okay. That's what's up. I'm glad his strategies are working, and I'm so glad you found me. So, let's hear about Clarence Thomas. It is out now. It's one of your most recent releases. So, what can we expect from Press and Play on the project?
So, we always pay attention to politics, and, Clarence Thomas is an African-American U.S. Supreme Court justice. So he comes from us in reality. We have some things we're proud of, but some things that we're disappointed in. And sometimes it's hard to talk about those things within the community or outside the community. But, I decided, I'm going to go ahead and express how I'm feeling about this. Everybody else has an opinion. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it to music. I invited a collaborator rapper named Mr. Tony Tiggs to work with me on it. And that's how it worked out. And now the song is, it's popping. I love it. The 808 beat to it. I think everybody's going to love it as well. And I've been inviting everyone to come on Instagram and Twitter and all of that, and give me their opinions about it. Good, bad, or different. Doesn't matter to me. Let's have a debate about it.
Right. Let's talk about it. The engagement is what you need getting the discussion. So that's really good.
For sure.
I see the 84 in your background. So I know you were in the Army. And I see the 84 and I see the lime green highlighter vest. What all do you do now?
Well, it's interesting that you see all that. I thought I had some of that out of the shot.
But it's fine. Let's talk about it.
I joined the Army as an engineer, which is in construction, explosives and things like that in construction. Mm-hmm. And when I got out of the Army, I started working for the Corps of Engineers. So what pays for me to do all this music I want to do and take care of my family is actually I work in construction as a quality assurance representative. So I'm still doing that for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Yes.
Okay, wow, that's major. So what's the 84? Have you been doing engineering since 84?
So the 84th is an engineer battalion that I was assigned to. 3 different times. It was one of my favorite units, and this is an award that they presented to me
Oh,
to remember me by when I got out of the Army. And then these are all the colors that were in the units that I was with.
okay. All right, pretty cool. Is there any other cool and interesting facts that you think our audience should know?
Well, I think that they should know that not only do I have my music on the DSPs like Spotify and Pandora and YouTube and things like that, but I also have an artist website on Bandzoogle where
Okay.
everything that I have, both before and in the past, is on that site. You can download it. And typically it costs about 99 cents to get it. It's not very expensive. It's your own personal copy. You can listen to it anytime you want to. And by the way, I need you to do that. Okay. And I
Okay.
need you to like and follow and subscribe on all these different social media places as well so that I can continue to grow.
Okay. Yes. Anybody watching, and I'm gonna make sure to do this myself. Definitely make sure you follow Raymond, and we can keep up with all he has going on with For You Productions. So thank you so much for coming on, and I hope to hear more from you. You know, you can text or reach out anytime when you need my advice or help.
Oh, for sure. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me on. My website where you can find everything is foryouproductionsllc.com. Foryouproductionsllc.com.
I heard on For You Productions LLC.com. Okay, and
That's
thank you
correct.
so much, Raymond. So, y'all, this is Spill the
All
Tea
right.
TV. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all text 770-754-5422. Definitely, if you find me on the Brand Man channel, make sure you shout that out too, because I got something special for you. And thank you again, Raymond, for calling on. Make sure y'all follow Spill
All
the
right.
Tea TV.
Thank you. For you, one love.
We out.
Bye.